viewers. I'm making a video about succulent leaves today. So as you can see, I have quite a few succulents here. And the beautiful thing about these guys is you can grow a whole new plant just from a leaf. So basically all you have to do is get a leaf. A lot of the time leaves will just fall off of the plant and they're very delicate. Just trying to find a good candidate here. Just take a leaf off, or if one falls off, and then I just kind of set it here on the counter with the other one. Sometimes they die, but most of the time your leaves will, after about a week, maybe less, maybe more, your leaf will grow some little roots. I'm trying to get the camera to focus on the roots here. There we go. So whenever they sprout their little roots, I've started to put them in their own pot. And a lot of the time they'll just fall off randomly inside of your existing pots. And they'll just start rooting themselves and burying themselves in the dirt like this one did here. Just put it back. I don't really worry about burying them or anything. They want to live. There's a leaf right here. I don't know where it came from. It's got quite a few roots on it. So I'm not sure what plant this came off of. Probably this one back here. It was in that general area. But if a leaf falls off, like this one we pulled off, you can pull them off as long as you get a clean break like this. And we're just going to leave it here for however long it takes to look like these. So once we get a nice root sprouting like we have here, I transfer them to my little pot. And this pot's getting extremely full at the moment. I don't usually bury them, I just kind of stick them in there. Kind of poke them into the soil. There's the leaf we just stuck in there. The roots are still out. As you can see, most of them have, trying to get the camera to focus, roots come out. And like you can see here, if the camera would focus, I'll try to find a different one. Okay, so as you can see, the plants start to pop out, little baby plants from each leaf. I've had this pot for 2 months. Nothing in here is over 2 months. This right here was a big chunk that had fallen off of one of my plants. It got bumped. And as you can see, it's made quite a few roots. I could even take this individual and stick it, which I'll go ahead and do. Stick it in one of my planters. Just have to Find a space for it is the problem. And you don't really have to do much. I just stick my finger in there and it'll just continue to grow. And it's a new little house here. Just stabbed myself on my aloe vera. So I have a brand new plant from bumping my plant and breaking it, which is the beautiful thing about succulents. And there's so many varieties. It's just endless possibilities. And as you can see, I have leaves stuck everywhere and they grow little plants. This is a baby that came off of one of the leaves from this guy here, and it's doing really well. It's turning into a nice little version of its mother. So that plant I just removed, I can replace it with one of my leaves. And just gonna lay it down in here, just like so. I don't really have to do anything. This big leaf in here has several different plants growing. One, and then this one is just 1, 2, 3, 4 different plants growing off of one large leaf. Not sure how that's going to pan out later. Maybe go ahead and this one's rooted very well. Again, it was a piece that had fallen from one of the, I call them mother plants. That's just a piece of the plant that broke off. Don't want to plant anything too close to my lithos here. They're my favorite. So I kind of want them to be by themselves. Trying not to stab myself on my aloe vera here. I think it will be quite happy right there. And again, I just poked my finger in the soil and stuck it in. I've had these plants for quite some time. Trial and error. They are cactuses. Sometimes we overwater and we lose some. This watering cup here. This plant right here is where the large leaf came from. It's called doe ears, and it came from right there. I bumped it and during a watering, and leaf fell off, kind of like this one. This one's already starting to root. I had it in here because it was just too big for my baby pot over there. So when I water, I collect rainwater outside in a bowl and I fill up my little spray bottle. I noticed that the little guys seem to enjoy more watering than the grown-ups. And I just try to keep it moist. Again, you don't want to overwater. They are cactus. Rainwater definitely works much better than tap water, in my experience. And I just make sure they're nice and wet on top, let it drain. I use a spray bottle because I don't want to overwater my little guys. And you'll notice as the plant itself matures, from the leaf will go away, and you're just left with roots and a plant. And as you can see, it's still dry underneath for the most part. Just going to stick that one back where it came from. And we're not overwatering. I do give this a really good soaking once every week or two. For the most part, I'll just spray it every other day with the rainwater. And it does really well. And again, as they get bigger and mature, I just bring them back over to the garden, and I don't really need to buy plants anymore because I just keep doing this. And I like to keep this little guy right in the window. A little spot back here behind my cactus here, my needle crown or needle crest. This must have bumped a leaf off one just now, and that'll make another plant later. It's a pretty cool little cactus there, but yeah, it'll just stay right here in the window, and I'll bring it back out the day after tomorrow and water it again. I've started sticking leaves everywhere, just random spots around. They all seem to root with little to no effort at all. I'm not even doing anything, and they're growing, and that's it. I mean, for me personally, I'm not a professional by any means, and it's so easy. I feel like anybody is capable of doing this, and you can just have beautiful cactus gardens with a little bit of patience. I've grown most of these guys. And the mothers, of course, came from the gardening center at Lowe's, or even Walmart has them. They're very easy. Just don't want to overwater anybody, because obviously that's a bad thing for a cactus who doesn't want much water. Baby toads, silver dollar jade, regular jade, hens and chicks. I like the hens and chicks. I like to put them randomly everywhere. You can see them mixed in everywhere around here. My flapjack. My flapjack